If you want cheap games, Xbox Live and PSN codes, check out G2A in the description down below. Use code 0 at checkout for discount. So what is going on, guys? Welcome to another Garden Warfare 2 video. Today I'm going to be showing you some gameplay of Breakfast Brains that you can see on screen right now. It's not on the brand new map Zombopolis, it is on Aqua Center, and this is the first time we've seen gameplay of Breakfast Brains, which was shown on the Live from PopCap live stream, which they do every single Friday at 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern time, and 6 o'clock in the UK. Now first off, we're going to take a look at how this character looks, because this character is probably one of the coolest, awesome looking characters in the game so far. We'll start off with his head. He has a toaster on his head featuring toasted pop smarts. He also has the signature bacon cape, which I originally thought was red, so he could have been the fire variant, but he has a bacon cape. Who doesn't like bacon for breakfast, right? He also has cereal gloves, which when you jump in the air, the cereal actually falls out of his gloves, which I thought was pretty awesome. He has a coffee knee buckle, and he also has some waffle knee pads as well. So everything related to how this character looks is related to breakfast, and just in general, this character looks incredible. Now moving over to what is special about Breakfast Brains, both of his attacks start out very, very slow. The longer you hold his trigger down though, his attacks will become faster, and therefore you're going to be able to deal more damage to the enemy plants. Now this is taking in consideration his melee attack and also his ranged attack. You will see in the gameplay what I mean, but both of his attacks will start off very slow, and then the longer you hold the trigger down for, the faster they will start to attack the plants. First, we'll start off with his ranged attack. It is called Batter Splatter, a perfect name for him. He fires hot, steaming waffles at the plants, and what I do like is when you do zoom in, you get a waffle that pops up on the top of his arm, which kind of spins around and flashes, something you kind of get from like a superhero or a sci-fi film, and I just think that looks pretty awesome. And as you can see in the gameplay, he starts firing off his waffles. They start out very, very slow, and then they gradually pick up speed and become very, very fast at the end. So that means you're going to do a lot of damage when you do get up to firing very, very quickly with your Batter Splatter. And finally, the damage for the Batter Splatter seems to range between 3 and 6 depending on your range. The closer you are to the plants, the more damage you are going to do, which I think is really, really cool, because Super Brains is not going to be able to do a lot of damage at range. Moving over to the melee attack, the actual name of the melee attack is called Breakfasts. I know they had to get the pun in there, but what is different about this attack is that you just simply hold the trigger down when you do want to use the melee attack as well. You don't want to zoom in though, you just want to press the right trigger to be able to attack, and you just simply hold it down, whereas other Super Brains characters, you've just had to constantly keep pressing the trigger. Now the damage for this melee attack is constantly going to be 4 damage, but it will gradually pick up speed the longer you do hold the trigger down for, so that means you're going to be doing a lot of damage when they are at the fastest speed. Now one thing I do want to mention as well about the ranged attack and also the melee attack is that if you do overheat as the Breakfast Brains, it takes a lot longer to be able to cool down before you can use the attacks again, especially a lot more than the other Super Brains character classes. So that's one thing that you do want to keep in mind. But there you go, guys, there is some gameplay of the Breakfast Brains character class. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're excited for this character. I am myself. I personally like the fact that you can just hold the trigger down for the melee attack, but I'm really interested to see how effective the gradual speed increase of his attacks are going to benefit him, or maybe put him at a disadvantage. Let me know what you think about this character in the comment section down below, and remember, you're going to be able to play as these characters next week on May the 31st. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one.